Hi, Matt DeMeo, Z Maestro, back with you for another session of Instant Concentration. How to focus your mind in a world of information overload. And in this session, we're going to talk about how to get answers to pop into your head. Have you ever had this happen? You know that you know the answer, but it just doesn't come to you when you need it to. For example, you're having a conversation. You want to mention someone's name, and for some reason, that name just doesn't come to you. Or perhaps you've had the experience where you left your memory in another room. You know what I mean. You walk into a room, and you can't remember why you went in there or what you were looking for. You know, this is such a common experience that there are even several old jokes about it. Probably you've heard the one about the three elderly sisters. The first one is complaining about her bad memory, and she'll say, sometimes I go into the kitchen and I can't remember what I went in there looking for. And the second sister said, sometimes I'm on the stairs and I can't remember if I'm going up or coming down. And the third sister laughs at the first two and says, oh, girls, you're getting old. Your mind is going, while my mind is still strong and sharp. Knock wood. Oh, hold on a second. Let me see who's at the door. All right. Well, you know that a problem like that is not just frustrating. It can actually cause you some real difficulties. Sometimes I've seen people that they are in the middle of taking an important exam. And here's what they say to themselves. I can't remember the answer. Oh, that's a great plan. Why in the world would you tell yourself that? Remember, we learned in another session, your mind is a mechanism. It's nothing but a fancy machine. Your mind will do what you tell it to do. The very worst thing to say to yourself is to tell yourself that you can't remember, because then that's what it's going to do. You're actually telling your mind not to bring you the answer. So, I'm going to give you some magic words. You want the solution to the problem? Here are magic words that if you say these words out loud, the answer will pop into your head. Here they are. It will come to me in a moment. Say it. Participate out loud. It will come to me in a moment. Get in the habit of using those magic words. You'll be amazed. You will be flat out amazed at just how well this works. And it works really fast. Here's another example. You're sitting around having a conversation with a bunch of your friends. And it turns to trivia. And you start to reminisce about, maybe an old cartoon show that you saw as a kid growing up. Maybe it was all the way back in the 60s, or you saw some old reruns. And you're trying to think of the name of that weird cartoon character. Man, it's on the tip of your tongue. You can actually feel the answer. It's rattling around in your brain, and then it doesn't come to you. You say, I can't remember. And then you leave the party. Later that night, you're getting ready for bed, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, the answer suddenly pops into your head, and you blurt out, Snagglepuss. Has that ever happened? Well, what is actually going on? What's really happening inside your mind? Well, here's what was going on all that time. As soon as you relaxed, your mind brought it to you. You see, your mind the entire time was in search mode. It was looking for it. You told it, go find it, go get it. And now it's continuing to process, and it's looking in this dusty corner and under that trunk and over here in the dark. And when you relax, when you take a deep breath, all of a sudden, it just comes to you. Look, it's just like a computer. You may open up your browser and go to your particular favorite search engine, and even though you're doing a search, well, sometimes the server's down. You want your server to stay well maintained. Use the magic words. It will come to me in a moment. Get used to saying that to yourself. Then say the phrase, take a deep breath, relax, and then let it go. The answer will pop into your head. You just have to trust in yourself. Your mind will bring it to you. And you don't need any practice to do this. Remember, this is called instant concentration. It doesn't take very long to use the magic words. And remember, these are not the only magic words I gave you. The magic words right now are, it will come to me in a moment. Take a deep breath, relax, let it go. For gaining concentration when you're in a lecture or you're at the plate looking to hit a ball or at the free throw line or wherever you are where you need to concentrate at that moment, you need to chase all the other thoughts out of your head and say, come back to now. Come back to now. Look, these things work in an instant. It only takes seconds. There's no months, weeks, or even days of training that you need. And here's the best part. With these techniques, the more you use them, the better they work. So join me in our next session of instant concentration.